Yakini, coming to you from ADHD Lab. Today I have my co-host,
Ricky.
Yay! And your YouTube channel is
Ricky the Toy Master.
Ricky the Toy Master. So today we are going to talk about school anxiety. As you know, we are today in a time that is really tough. So even though you see this in the future, we're dealing with a pandemic right now. So there's just a lot that is going on and anxiety is extra high. But regardless of whether it is a pandemic or situation or not, when your child is dealing with school in general, not all children are like this, or not all ADHD children are like this. Sometimes they're going to deal with extra anxiety, whether they're going to be starting school or sometimes even in the middle of school. So how do we deal with that? So how do we help our children deal with that? So Ricky's actually going to start off and talk about, what are a couple of things that we do to help with, his anxiety. So what's the first one?
Keep open communication.
Yeah. So what does that mean?
I tell mom when things are going good or bad.
Yeah. And then what else do you do?
I tell her any new information that I learned from school.
Right. So the first thing is that we definitely keep a open communication, right? So we want to make sure that he and I are always talking on a daily basis. So if he's struggling with anything, he says good or bad, if he is struggling with something, I want to know as soon as possible so I can help his anxiety. And, that may mean if it's a bad situation, I will sit down with the specialist at school, have a conversation just to help him get through a particular situation. And if it's a great situation, I want to have that communication too, because, we want to praise it and we want to get excited about it and welcome it. So making sure that communication is there. And then as far as any new information, as soon as he is learning something, again, whether it is negative or positive, I want to know. So then that way I can help him through that particular situation also. All right. So what's the second thing?
If changes happen that affect me, I tell her immediately.
Yeah, so he will definitely tell me immediately if something is happening that's different. And again, it just allows me to help him move through it. So for example, he found out first that he was moving from virtual learning to in-person school before I did. I know.
It's not my fault.
I know.
It's hers.
What? It's not my fault. I didn't make the decision.
You did.
Not about when the date was. So anyways.
By making me not virtual.
Oh gosh. See what I mean? That's why we have to work through it. So as soon as he finds out, so when he found out that he was moving from virtual learning to in-person learning, he found out before I did. So obviously that was a big anxiety situation. And so I wanted to make sure to help him through it. And I wanted to bring in the community, so his teachers, his specialists, to all have a conversation with him to help him move through this transition a little bit easier. So again, dealing with that particular anxiety was huge. And so I wanted to make sure that he was able to, process it a little bit easier. The other thing is that for my side, I continue to ask the school questions. The reason why I want to continue to ask the school questions is because I want to be able to head off any other information before he finds out, right? I want to make sure that, again, he is able to process whatever new is coming up. So I want to make sure, so it just recently happened for us in terms of him going to in-person learning. So I want to know how the bus is going to be set up. I want to know, what's the safety protocols. I want to know, are they going to be wearing masks all day? I just want to know every little piece so then I can actually share it with them. So again, I can help any type of anxiety situation bring it down. And the last thing I want to make sure that I do is connect with other parents and ask them questions just in case I am actually missing anything. I want to make sure that, there's sometimes they have heard of, certain things that I didn't hear, and which again happened to me recently. So I connect with other parents, let them, they share information with me, and then again, I share it with him. And so he and I will have a conversation on a daily basis. As soon as I find out something, I tell him. If he finds out something first, he lets me know. And then depending on the situation, especially if it's a stressful situation, we will talk through it. Okay. So I just wanted to share, a couple things in terms of how do we deal with school anxiety, and how do we make sure that I help him as a parent work through it if he is dealing with certain things. Okay. So that is it. So if you would like more content about the future content, please definitely hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell. So anytime I do produce content, you will be notified. And of course, definitely, if you like this video, hit the like button. All right. So have a wonderful day. And as always, I love connecting with you, and I will see you very soon. All right. Take care. What?
Say that I'm amazing. Okay.
You are amazing.
Then like the audience.
Okay. They're going to say you're amazing too.
God.
Yes. All right. Say goodbye.
Okay. No. Bye.
Bye, everybody.